Hi everyone, welcome back to Camping Begins. Today I've got an Ozito angle grinder kit, a large one, a 230mm 9-inch blade on it, cutting blade. Let's get it unboxed, let's have a look what's inside the box, see how easy it is to change the blade. I've actually bought a stone cutting blade because this one comes with a metal cutting blade and I need to cut through a wall. So thanks for watching, let's see how we get on. So just a couple of things first before we unbox it. All the information's here on the box. A couple of things that attracted me to this was it was available at Bunnings. I think this is their own brand, Ozito, or they're very much affiliated with them. Yeah, I don't think you can buy Ozito anywhere else apart from Bunnings Warehouse in Australia. So a couple of things. It was cost effective, $139, which just isn't a lot of money. It comes with a 3-year warranty as well, and if this thing lasts me 3 years, I think that's a bargain at $139. Next thing is it's got apart from its size, its physical size, which is the depth that I need to get through a wall, we've actually got a rotating handle on there. So not only can we be in one position, you can rotate the handle and be in a different position as well. Maybe I'll be able to show you that, I'm not sure. I'll bring the camera a bit closer and we'll crack on with opening the box. Right, well, there's a little bit of tape to cut through these little plastic dots. Probably not much else to it. Oh, there we go. It comes with a sturdy carry case, it looks like. Let's get this out. Oh, that's pretty rugged piece of kit, isn't it? Oh, let's see if I can spring that open. Just a little cable tie securing that box together. There we go. Okay, so looking in got some instructions here. I think in this case I might actually even read those. Now then, cutting disc paper washer. Paper washers are used in conjunction with cutting disc by placing the paper washer between the inner flange and the disc. Any self-tightening and outer flange of the disc during operation is minimised. Oh, strange. I never thought about that. Useful to know. In the handle here we've got, in the box, sorry, here we've got, this is the almost like a ratchet specifically for taking the wheel on and off usually. And we've got a screw-in handle, pretty much the same as most angle grinders. You've got a handle to keep you steady. Now let's get this open. This is interesting about the whole thing, only comes with this one plastic bag. I think that's pretty good. I like minimal plastic. I'll reuse this. Do you know what? How on earth can they make this for $130? I have no idea. But that is a really heavy piece of kit. That's like a quality item. I'm going to screw the handle in. So there's 3 positions on here that you can screw the handle into, which is good. I'm going to hold it in this side for now. That's interesting, that handle's not running true. Again, probably just a little bit cheaper quality. Oh, there you go. That's what I was interested about. So you can you can literally hold it like this rather than having to just hold it like this. So that's actually a really useful feature. So I'm going to be cutting through a wall. What else have we got? Are they bushers? Are they replacement bushers for the motor? Do you know, I bet they are. So that's another reason probably why this is so heavy, because it's not a brushless motor, it's a brush motor. I might be talking out of turn. Let's just have a quick look in here. Pin span at spare brushes. Yes, they are spare brushes. Awesome. Well, it'll increase the longevity of the machine, won't it? Right, okay, so what should we do now? We've got in the case, we've got a wheel here that actually locks on to house these wheels. And then I've got some washers, 2 discs, a metal cutting disc and a metal grinding disc. Seems to be one's thinner than the other. The cutter is thinner than the grinder. I'm not actually going to be using those. The other thing this comes with is another extra safety guard. So you can see it's come with a safety guard already, and this is going to keep the wheel in. But I think this is a different one for a different job. I'm not entirely sure. I think if you were to be grinding, this is the one to put in place. If you're cutting, this is the one to put in place. You see, this is a solid. It's housing it all, and it's gonna stop all the stuff coming out, all the bits that you're cutting out the wall, and it's probably going to be a bit cleaner, I reckon. Just a snap-on, so that's pretty. Again, that seems pretty simple. Oh, let's try and get this off, shall we? Looks like it's got a position. It needs to beam to come off. Oh. Oh, there you go. Swivel it all the way around to the front and then it lifts off. So I suppose if I'm cutting, I need this one on. So let's do that. That's quite nice. Really sturdy piece of kit as well. What I want to do is I want to actually put this disc on. This is a for concrete, masonry, stone, pavings, cement blocks, things like that. So this is what I'm going to put on as my first blade. Let's have a quick look at the instructions. You know I very rarely do this. Okay, so there's not actually a vast amount of instructions to this. I'm just going to refer to this section here, which is changing the discs, which shows you how to press this clip in and unscrew this. Now, apparently I have to put one of these paper discs in to ensure that they don't over tighten. Look, I'm not 100% sure what these are for. I'm going to need to check that first. Okay, I've just consulted the manual. So basically, the larger discs, you can see this disc on here is smaller than these. Now, according to the manual, the smaller one is for grinding. So these are a grinding flange. These are a cutting flange. So I'm actually going to take these off now, and I'm going to put the cutting ones on because I'm going to be cutting. So, according to the manual, we were correct. This fully enclosed protective guard is the one to use with the cutting discs. However, this flange that's on is for grinding. So we're going to take this off and we're going to replace it with the correct ones for cutting, and also we're going to put a paper flange in, paper washer in, because apparently this is to be used with cutting discs which are prone to over tightening. So this here is a little button that stops. How to try and explain it clearly. This button stops this from spinning round. So we've got that pressed. These aren't tight on, so I'm just going to remove them by hand. No, I'm not, am I? Oh, that just pulls off. I see. We've got a little groove on the back where it sits in. So let's put this one in, face down. There you go, that's now sat in its little groove. I'm going to put the paper disc on. Seems strange, but I think that's what we do. This has a direction. Usually the label faces you. I forgot to mention as well, this has got a 22mm bore, by the way. The bore is the bit in the middle, the diameter of this circular cutout in the middle is called the bore. It does, quite a lot of them, the blades will come with a little insert to adjust the bore to a smaller or larger. This seems to have one in already and it's set to 22.2. So that's on there. You see, we're going to go down with the fully flat side rather than the side that's raised up. So the fully flat side is going towards the disc. Okay. Now we're going to use this tool. Press the button on the back to stop the disc moving. There we go. And I'm going to use this to tighten it. Well, I think that's it. That is a blade in there. Just going to quickly pack these things back away into the box. This seems to be a storage area for the flanges. I'm going to put that in there. Discs sit there. It's almost like a spare tyre carrier. That's great. This is going to sit in here. That just clips in there. And then this will store here. Lovely. Instructions back in the box. Paper flanges back in, paper washers. It's actually quite a good box, isn't it? Good for storage. Quite heavy duty. And that's your device. So that's what you get if you buy one of these. Right, we're in the room where, might be a bit echoey, sorry. We're in the room where I'm basically going to cut a doorway out of here. The spinning handle, I reckon, is going to be quite useful because we can sort of hold it in this position. Let's see which way it goes. Oh, there's an arrow there going this way. So that means I want to hold it like this. Get it there because it's going to go down. Apparently this has got a soft start. Let's see how soft it is. So that is the switch to spin it. Put that in its lock position, and then we have another switch here which we've got to push up. Right, well, that was an example of what Ozito called their soft start. You saw it started to spin up quite slowly till it got to its full speed. Other ones I've used, I remember my dad had one of these years ago, and his was like you pushed it and it went, and it was so fast, and you know, almost sort of twisted out of your hand when it started. This soft start feature is quite a good feature, I think. I'm going to get a mask and some goggles on, and I'm going to cut a couple of pieces out here, and you can see how it goes. Right, well, safety first, kids. So we've got a mask on and some goggles. This gets really, really dusty. It's quite humid at the minute, so these are steaming up a little bit. Let's see how we get on. I'm going to cut a line down here first, let's see. Look, I'll let you make your own decisions and what you do safety-wise with these things, but that's just an example. It didn't seem too hard to do the job. It seemed really easy for it to do. It's got plenty of power, and I think for $139, I don't know what else you'd want. Well, it looks like this tool is actually going to pay for itself. I've got to just basically cut two straight lines down here. I've put a batten on this one just to give me a guideline, then I'll take it off and then I'll go through full depth. I think it's a really good product for the price. You know, there's probably better ones on the market, but just to do the few jobs I need, I think for a home user, it's going to be fine. As you know, I've only just got it, unboxed it. If there's any questions, put them down in the comments section. Do me a big favour, feel free to watch another one of my videos. There's a playlist of all this tool gear, and please give me a thumbs up and a like and subscribe. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.